If we believed in saying nothing at all when there's nothing good to say, this would be our first silent video. Even so, it's worth laying out plain and simple. Homefront the Revolution is a game you should avoid. But before we get to that, here's the premise. The United States is under North Korean occupation. After years of buying North Korean technology and slowly sinking into debt, the tiny nation was able to install its own government and spread its propaganda. From rations to spot checks, no facet of American life has been left untouched by North Korea. It's an interesting setup that's been let down by, well, everything else. Homefront the Revolution takes place in North Korean occupied Philadelphia and has you in the role of Ethan Brady, a member of the resistance. After a rescue mission gone wrong, you'll find yourself being told what to do by a roster of unremarkable characters. You'll discover safe houses, hack into enemy networks, and liberate outposts from North Korean control. If you've played Far Cry or almost any other open world game of this generation, you'll know what to expect. What this means is that right off the bat, Homefront the Revolution is a drab, cookie-cutter affair. From a gameplay standpoint, there's nothing out of the ordinary. And if the game was simply inoffensive, that would be fine. But the dull design is just the tip of the iceberg. Homefront the Revolution lags and stutters. Like an asthma attack in a dust storm, it spews and sputters at every possible opportunity. Whether you're opening a menu, switching weapons, or simply having the game autosave itself, it lags. And it does so with such frequency, we are surprised that our PS4 and Xbox One did not crash. Aside from being borderline unplayable, matters are made worse by clunky gunplay, broken stealth, poor driving mechanics, and the fact that every single mission is the same. So much so that the game just gives up on assigning objectives early on, instead making you fill up a meter until it reaches 100%, making this quite possibly the laziest piece of in-game communication we've seen this generation. Oh, and for an open world game, it still forces you to go back to the mission area every time you wander around, instead of letting you explore. This is an annoyance that should not exist in 2016. But there are one or two interesting things. The ability to modify a weapon completely, such as turning a crossbow into a flamethrower, or a pistol into an SMG, is pretty cool. As is the option to enable temporal anti-aliasing to remove jaggies in the console version. But that's about it. Homefront the Revolution isn't a game we can recommend at all. There are others, such as the Far Cry series, which really do justice to open world sandboxes, and the likes of Wolfenstein the New Order show off what it would be like to live in an oppressive regime. This game does neither, and the fact that it's near unplayable just makes it one to avoid. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Gadgets360.